of scrimmage. Run the football, and they do. They create the explosive run, and they open this football game with a touchdown.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. He'll bring it back looking for help. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll run for it. It's Parker. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Hauls it in, turns it on at midfield. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. The Utes peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Handoff for Parker. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Find some fresh air. 5-yard gain on that play. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good gain for this offense.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man on the right. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Here's a little room there. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Utah!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and he capped it off with a 27-yard touchdown run. And he's not going to take the touchback. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Louisiana Monroe offense heads out onto the field to open this drive. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Might as well give it to him again. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Finds his tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Warhawks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Could be an alley. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
They get him down, tough run, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Run in the red zone, it's Walker. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He can't make the catch. He was open on the crossing route, and instead they're facing a 4th down.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You throw an incomplete on 3rd down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, UL Monroe. And they take it in for 6 more points. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. We've reached the end of the period, and it's Louisiana Monroe out front. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. And here's the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll start on the ground with Wayshawn Parker. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
To the air, it's Dampier. Fires to the middle. The sure hands, it's Parker. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's a give to Parker. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
It's not always the sacks on the quarterback, right? You just want to affect him. You want to get to his legs. And if you can smash him, even better. Hit him in the face, make that ball float up in the air, creates the turnover, creates the big play, momentum shift for the defense.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Just feeds the running back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it down the middle. There's some room. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Warhawks will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. It's complete on the right side. Shakes a man, and he might take off. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. The Warhawks are moving quickly down the field. Give to the back. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll go right back to him. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. Might be changing the route. Timeout call by the Utes. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? They'll send the tight end in motion. On 4th down, looking to pass. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Got a little grass. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Utes. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And he makes the extra point. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Pulls it on the option. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Utah now calls a timeout. They'll have 1 left. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. And the Warhawks will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Showing some serious leg strength on that boomer. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll run for it. It's Parker. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to the run. Pushed out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A big pickup on that run. And the Utes moving quickly to the line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Yeah, and another good run. What's new, though? I mean, this dude, 150 on the dot. That is a great day at the office. He's been really, really good all game long, and it's no secret why they continue to feature this guy in the ground game.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, the offense is trying to go bootleg play action that time, but it had no chance because the defensive end won so quickly at the line of scrimmage. He was able to get in the backfield. He smothered the quarterback so fast for a sack.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He unleashes a long one. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, that DB did everything right on that deep shot. You saw the speed, you saw his ability to turn his hips, and how about getting his head around, locating the football, and then knocking it away? Couldn't have done that better.
And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Well, players don't really like kickers, but if this guy bangs through this 60-yarder, he'll be the toast of the team. And the try is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's...
Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 40. Brought down after the huge gain, gets this offense set up at the 27.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there.
Maybe some room here. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Calls his own number. Got enough space. Touchdown, Utah! They take the lead here in the second half.
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script, scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
Bringing it out. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Utes! And what a turn of events as this defense gets to pick 6. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Jaleel Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to end.
Being down 14, you can kind of feel that way, but dude.
There he goes. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. The Warhawks are in the hurry-up.
And it's just so fun to be a play caller when you got a QB that can do that. Like, it's a pass play. Nope, he pulls it down, chews up yardage, gets a first down. And both of these quarterbacks, man, they have this ability to make big plays.
Corralled and brought down by the defense. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And they can't complete the bullet pass on third down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. Touchdown, Warhawks! He got a step and just dusted the field.
And how do you not love the guts of this offense? Fourth down, it's just another down, and what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Bray. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Utah has it back in the offense coming onto the field. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Throws to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Slings it. Finds space on the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Parker. Inside the 40. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Gain of 20. Good enough for a first down.
The Utes have it with a 1st and 10. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
What a great job by the backside of the defense staying home. A lot of time the run looks like it's going the other direction. What happens? You start to chase. Nope. These guys stayed home and played their assignment, and that's why they had success.
There's a crease. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Utah!
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Warhawks offense onto the field to go on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by... Breaks into the open. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. This time he wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Anderson. Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Third down play from the gun. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Sends it back in motion.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the...
There he goes! Inside the 10. All the way! Touchdown, UL Monroe!
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. And the Utes want to pick up the tempo.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. It'll be third and short from their own 33. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. Using his feet to buy time. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. We've reached a break. It's Utah holding the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Handoff for Parker. Finding some room.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
Here's Wayshawn one more time. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
And the defense is going to have more plays like this. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with the stop, maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
Inside the 30. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
You just hold your breath every time this QB keeps the football in the running game, man. With his speed, he's a threat to hit the home run every time he totes the rock.
The Utes are moving quickly down the field. Defense looks as if it's coming. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's a give to Parker. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Parker again. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage, and this defense is taking some licks. This QB's made him look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
The option look. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. And they swarm him under. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
And that's exactly where you want one of your best football players, right in the middle of your defense. And watch that dude hunt, man. 4th down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
The run inside. It's Jamison. Tough run across the 5. He'll get it all the way out to the 8-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
And the Warhawks will have it 1st and 10. Timeout called by the Utes. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. 1st and 10 from their own 17. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Got it behind the line. It's right. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Making side adjustments here. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Gets the first himself. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Might have a chance. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Showing the arm strength to the left. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
Second down, he'll throw it. Looking to take a shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
And, man, it can be dangerous when quarterbacks get outside the pocket. They can stress your defense so bad. You better chase them. You got to keep running as hard as you can and try to get to him before he can throw that football, and especially square those shoulders up. Nice job by the defense continuing to pursue, even though he got outside the pocket.
Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the 4th, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the middle. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. He uncorks one deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Utes! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. And he's not going to take the touchback. Slips through the line. Got a little room. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. The Louisiana Monroe offense heads out onto the field to open this drive. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a...
He caught it! And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. 45 seconds left to go, and the whole thing pretty much comes down to this onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage and probably getting blitzed. It's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Here's Wayshawn one more time. That'll be a first down, and the last one they'll need as they're going to get the victory in this one. And the Utes headed quickly to the line. Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess. Good news is you're going to score. This offense looks like they can be explosive and they can light up the scoreboard. Bad news, though, David, they've got a lot to clean up on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and welcome to college football nowadays, right? This is how it works, a ton of points. Defenses learn as you go, but you got to get better. You got to force some turnovers, create those negative plays. Just can't give up so many points.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.